Today we gather to discuss a topic that is as sobering as it is critical. What could trigger World War III? While it may seem like a distant or hypothetical scenario, the complexities of our modern world demand that we confront this possibility with clear-eyed understanding and a commitment to prevention. History has taught us that world wars are not the result of a single event, but rather a culmination of escalating tensions, miscalculations, and a failure of diplomacy. In the 21st century, the potential triggers for a global conflict are more varied and intricate than ever before. Let us explore these potential catalysts in detail. First, geopolitical tensions and territorial disputes. In regions like the South China Sea and the Taiwan Strait, rising tensions between China, the United States, and their respective allies pose significant risks. The issue of Taiwan's sovereignty is particularly volatile, with any aggressive moves potentially drawing in multiple nations. Similarly, in Eastern Europe, Russia's actions in Ukraine and its strained relations with NATO countries could escalate into broader conflicts. The Middle East remains another flashpoint, where rivalries between Iran, Israel, and Saudi Arabia, combined with ongoing proxy wars, could easily spiral into a larger confrontation. Second, nuclear proliferation and the threat of weapons of mass destruction. The existence and potential use of nuclear weapons remain among the most dangerous triggers for global conflict. North Korea's continued development of its nuclear arsenal and the potential for Iran to acquire similar capabilities heighten global tensions. Moreover, the erosion of arms control agreements and the modernization of nuclear arsenals increase the risk of miscalculations or accidental launches, which could lead to catastrophic consequences. Third, the rise of cyber warfare and technological threats. In our digital age, cyber attacks have emerged as a new frontier of warfare. State-sponsored attacks on critical infrastructure, such as power grids, financial systems, and military networks, could cripple nations and be perceived as acts of war. The development of artificial intelligence and autonomous weapons also raises ethical and strategic concerns, with the potential for unintended escalations that are difficult to control. Fourth, economic conflicts and trade wars. Global economic interdependence is both a strength and a vulnerability. Severe trade disputes, economic sanctions, and resource competition can heighten tensions between major powers. For instance, disputes over access to vital resources like oil, water, and rare earth elements can exacerbate existing conflicts and lead to military confrontations. Fifth, political instability and fragile alliances. Political instability within nations can have far-reaching effects. The collapse of governments in strategically important regions can create power vacuums that invite foreign intervention. Furthermore, alliance systems, such as NATO's mutual defense obligations, mean that a conflict involving one member could quickly draw in multiple countries, escalating a regional dispute into a global war. Sixth, environmental and climate-related conflicts. Climate change is not just an environmental issue, it is a security threat. Rising sea levels, extreme weather events, and resource scarcity can lead to mass migrations and conflicts over essential resources like water and arable land. Disputes over these resources are likely to become more frequent and intense as climate change progresses. Finally, the rise of nationalism and populism. The resurgence of nationalism and populism in various parts of the world can lead to aggressive foreign policies and a disregard for international norms. Authoritarian regimes may pursue expansionist agendas, while ethnic and religious tensions can ignite internal conflicts that spill over borders, drawing in neighboring countries and allies. In conclusion, the triggers for a potential World War III are multifaceted and deeply interconnected. However, awareness and proactive diplomacy are our strongest tools in preventing such a catastrophic event. It is through international cooperation, conflict resolution, and adherence to global norms that we can safeguard peace and stability in our increasingly complex world.